Hello everyone and welcome to OGspot. In this episode we're gonna have a brief discussion about a very cheap runeword which can be quite helpful in your nightmare and hell difficulty playthroughs, specifically with a melee character. So the runeword I've got in mind, it's called Radiance. It's a helmet runeword, and to make one you're basically looking into having a base with 3 open sockets, so that's not that hard to get by. And the runes, as you can see, are also really cheap and really easy to find. You only need Nef, So and If runes, so nothing spectacular there. And the runeword which you're looking at the moment, it's made into a Bone Visage base, which is a hell difficulty base, requiring 106 strength and level 63. So the bonuses, of course, from these runeword are not gonna be spectacular. Basically, it gives you 75% enhanced defense, plus 30 defense versus missile, plus 10 to vitality, 10 to energy, 33 to mana, damage reduced by 7, magic damage reduced by 3, and 15% damage taken goes to mana. You got plus 5 to late radius to finish that up. So all of these bonuses are not great, not amazing, they're somewhat average, but of course if you don't have anything better at that point, this helm might come to the rescue. Ideally, it works best into druid pelts or barbarian specific class helmets, simply because these ones can spawn with skills naturally coming on them. So for the sake of this video I'm gonna make one into a barbarian specific class helmet. I've got this 3 open socket fury visor with plus 1 to natural resistance and plus 1 to find item. Of course you can make this runeword into a much better basis, but I don't really recommend doing specifically this runeword on a much better base. Of course there are better alternatives to spend the base on. So let's go ahead and make our Radiance into our Fury Visor helmet. So the runeword itself only requires level 27, but if you make it into a Nightmare or Hell difficulty base, of course the level requirement is gonna be much greater than that, so take a note of that. And let's go ahead and just make it. So Nef, So and If runes, and here we've got our Radiance, so the defense jumped up quite significantly. Now it gives 208 defense. Of course we're still benefiting from the skills which were coming from the base. We've got plus 1 to natural resistance and plus 1 to find item, which are really good barbarian skills. We've got our 75% enhanced defense. That's how our defense went up that much to 208, which is, I'd say, a good amount for level 49 helmet. Then we've got our 30 defense versus missile, which is really helpful for a frontline warrior like the barbarian. Of course this can be made into different types of helmets. It can be used on a paladin smiter, for example, on a zealer, works really well, and of course you can benefit on Fury Druid, for example, or Warbear Druid using this helmet with a different skill set coming from the base. Now the 10 to Vitality is of course very useful option, but sad part is it doesn't really give you that much. 10 is not a lot. Of course, looking into it, basically that's 2 level of stat points distribution, so actually it's not that bad, especially combining it with plus 10 to energy, which also comes from this runeword. So ideally you get like 4 levels coming by just the stats increase. And then you got the 33 to mana, which stacks quite nicely with the 10 to energy, so this is a really good boost to other way mana struggling characters like the Barbarian. For example, if you're a Frenzy Barb, very early on you're gonna be struggling with your mana unless you're using your double swing skill, which is actually quite helpful dealing with this problem. You can also use this type of helmet as an Amazon as well, of course if you don't have anything better at that point. This works on both Boazon and Javazon class, exactly the same, so there's no point of no using it basically if you don't have anything better. So yeah, really good starter option. Having a base like this is not that difficult. You can run few cow levels on nightmare or hell difficulties and you probably find one pretty easily. Also on your playthrough the chances are you're gonna get quite a few 3 open sockets helmets. They're not that difficult to get by. And you've also got the double stacked option of damage reduced and magic damage reduced, which are working really well, especially together. Another mana solving problem comes from the 15% damage taken goes to mana. Of course, on a frontline warrior you're gonna get hit quite often, so that means you're gonna regenerate a lot of your mana with carrying this option around you, so that's not that bad. And plus 5 to light radius is actually revealing quite a decent amount of the surrounding area around you, so you can see some poppables on the ground, let's say like chests or coffins or stones or things like that a bit more easily. So not being the best runeword, of course it can be used into a certain degree. It falls off pretty quickly, but once you find, let's say, better equipment for your character, you can simply transfer this runeword to your mercenary so he can wear it, and basically you can extend the duration while it's being usable for your character. And again, really easy to make, really cheap, can be helpful quite a lot, especially very early on. Falls off pretty quickly. Best bases to use are Barbarian and Druid specific class helmets with good skill set coming on the bases. And that's about it for this video, guys. I hope it's been helpful for you, I hope you liked it. Stay tuned for the next one and I'll see you later. Bye!